I'm going to show you single leg standing with a little bit of movement from the other leg. So this is called either single leg perturbation or just balance exercise. The goal will be to focus on the leg that is standing and still in contact with the ground. So you might be moving the other leg, and it's useful for a little bit of strength, but I'm working on the balance here of the opposite leg and the co-contracting of the quadriceps and the hamstrings and a little bit of the hip too while you're standing in space. It's really good to build up confidence in stairs, walking, hiking, things like that, okay? So you'll stand on, let's say, I'm going to stand on my left leg. So I have no weight, hardly at all, on my right leg. I stabilize, use my tummy. I slowly extend back. So notice I didn't actually move forward here. I'm still tall. It's not a big range of motion at the hip, but it's just at the hip. That's why it's not big. I extend my leg. I use my bum on that side, but I'm working to not fall with this leg. I come in, I tap very lightly. I don't take the weight off. I go back and forth, back and forth. Every time I go back and forth, I'm paying attention to the work in my quadriceps, my hamstrings, back of my leg, but also my foot and my ankle. All of those have to work all at the same time for me to not fall over. So if I'm doing it right and I'm working hard enough, I'll start to get a little tired in the front of my leg or even in my calf a little bit. Sometimes it's really tricky if you stayed there and did a little pulse. Just the same little movement, but tiny, tiny. That really makes my quad work. It's burning a little bit right now, which feels really good because I know I'm doing it right. And my bum on this side, it's getting a little tired. Even harder is if I were to hold it there and both legs have to go in opposite directions and you work here, but you work here at the same time and you keep it stable right there. So that's extension, but you can also do it abduction. So if I stand this way, and I'll do this way to give this guy a little rest, I'm going to use my right leg. I take the weight of my right leg now. I slowly go out, I come in, I tap. But notice how I don't move anything here. What most people tend to do is they go up and they lean. Don't lean, that's the cheat. If I do this, I am not turning this on and I'm not using this nearly enough. So if I stay tall, I go up and down, and you might not go high. You might only go an inch or two. You might go here. Don't care, because you're working this leg. And the movement on this leg is making this guy correct and keep you upright. And that's challenging for your neural system and your muscular system. And it's wonderful. And it's going to work right along here and here on this leg a little bit too. So you can do the same thing. If you get, oh, I can get this down. I got this. Maybe I'll hold it. And I'll do a little bit of the pulse. Oh, that hurts. That's hard work. Even for me, I've got decent balance. And then if I held it, oh, yeah, I say wiggy, wiggy, little muscles, because they start to yell at me a little bit. But then you know you're doing them right. So if you feel it in the right places, perfect. If you don't, you're doing it wrong. And maybe that's not the right exercise for you. Or maybe not strong enough to do it just yet, and we'll work into it. Or maybe you're just not connecting to the right places. And then the exercise is not doing what it's supposed to do. You're always supposed to be really thoughtful what you're using, where you're using them, and how to turn them on.